had a client once tell me this story. She said, 6 months after my dad's funeral, I was at the grocery store buying groceries when I ran into a family friend. The friend looked at me with this bright, wide smile and said, "It's so good to see you back to normal." My client continued, "I smiled and nodded because what else do you do?" But inside I wanted to scream because I wasn't back to normal. I was still crying in my car after work, still feeling like a ghost in meetings, and still looking around and wondering why no one was talking about what happens after the casseroles and cards stop coming. If you felt that too, this video is for you. So if you've had someone tell you they're glad to see you back when you felt anything but back, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Sally Wright, and today we're going to talk about what happens with grief when the world thinks you should be done grieving. Because the months when the flowers have wilted and the sympathy cards have stopped coming and everyone expects you to be moving on, those can truly be the hardest. Because here's what no one tells you. For many people, grief gets harder before it gets easier. And the months after the funeral, they're their own kind of grief. And they deserve their own attention. So I'd like to start by dismissing a myth. And this myth might be causing you pain right now. So let's dismantle it. The myth is grief follows a neat timeline. Our culture seems to have the idea that grief is like a cold. It's acute for a while, and then you recover, and then you get back to normal. I mean, we talk about the year of firsts, as if after 365 days, you get to somehow graduate from grief. But as any seasoned grief traveler knows, in some ways, there's no end to grief. But let's see what the science tells us. There's grief research that tells us that symptoms often peak at about 6 to 12 months after a loss, not in the first few months. And if we think about this logically, in the first few months after a funeral, you're in crisis mode. Your body is flooded with the stress hormones that actually numb some of the pain. You're busy with arrangements and legal issues and thank you notes, and people are checking on you constantly. But at 6 months, the adrenaline has worn off, the busy work is done, the support has decreased, and you're left with the reality that the person you loved so deeply is never coming back. So, if you're feeling worse at 6 months than you did at 3 months or than 2 weeks after, you are not going backwards.